Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of Let It Rip Sports Show. Today, it's a big game. Game 5, Cavaliers against the Golden State Warriors. Now, I know I said in my previous video that it's a foregone conclusion for the Golden State Warriors to win. I've had some time to think about it, and I'm not so much as going to recant what I said. I'm just going to qualify what I said. See, I feel that the Golden State Warriors are still going to win this series. I just think that now, having some time to think about it, a couple of days to be precise, that the Cavaliers are going to make it interesting. They've had 2 days rest, and I said in my last video that the Cavs got exposed, specifically their lack of depth, which everybody knew, but I felt in Game 4 it was most evident. You saw, especially down the stretch, that they couldn't sustain the amount of energy that they had in the first half. Now, for Game 5, the key to the game for the Cavaliers is jumping out the gates strong. LeBron James has to be on point, which he has for most of the series. Mozgov, he has to go to work in the paint. Now, just allow me to have a quick tangential point. Has anybody ever noticed how many layups and how many point blank range shots this dude misses? I know he gets fouled, but when you're significantly taller than your opposition, shouldn't you be making those shots? I mean, this dude should be leading the series in terms of 3-point plays, yet he doesn't. I'm just wondering, what's going on, Mozgov? You shouldn't be missing these many layups or these slash dunks where you get fouled on. You should be hitting free throws and making a 3-point play. Sorry. That's one thing I just noticed. Tristan Thompson, you got to be active against the boards, which you have been. But the series hinges on, you guessed it, J.R. Smith. J.R. Smith is the most important piece in this series because outside of LeBron James, he is the only one who can get you buckets. Now, I know he hasn't gotten you buckets, especially in the fourth game where he only got 4 points. J.R. Smith, you're better than that, buddy. You are better than that, sir. So you have to have a good game. Also, Dellavedova, I thought you got a little outside yourself in Game 4, you know. I thought since you got 20 points, I thought you had a green light. Let's curtail the shooting a little bit, okay? I mean, I know you had a good game in Game 3, but sometimes good games don't translate into other good games. So let's play within yourself. Let's give you back your playbook, 4 plays, and stick to those 4 plays. Let's stop shooting those step back threes. Let's stop shooting those contested jumpers. How about we pass that rock, big boy? All right. Also, LeBron James, you got to go to work. You have to go to work in the paint. I think that's your bread and butter. They can't stop you. Harrison Barnes can't stop you. Draymond Green can't stop you. He's having a bad series. Can continue to punish him. Now, Iggy, on the other hand, who I think, in my personal opinion, is the MVP of the series, especially, even if they lose, even if the Warriors somehow lose the series, I think Andre Iguodala is the MVP of the series so far. He's done a remarkable job against LeBron James, giving up probably 20 to 30 pounds of muscle and still doing a good job against LeBron James. And he had a good game last game with 22 points, I believe, or 27 points. I can't remember the exact amount of points. Now, LeBron James, you got to go to work. You got to go to work. Hopefully, you get a triple-double. Maybe I'm thinking 28, 30 points, 10 rebounds, 8 or 9 assists. That has to be your stat line to win this game. Also, Amon Shumpert, you got to play defense really good, which you have done. I thought in Game 4 you got a little tired, but whatever. You got to start shooting just a tad bit better. I know you're not an offensive threat, but can we get 5% better from you? Just 5%, 5%. Just a little bit better, okay? Those are your keys for the game if you're a Cavalier. Start out strong. Start out the gate. Jump on the Golden State Warriors. Now, if you're the Warriors, here are my keys to the game. Stephen Curry, you got to play like the MVP. You got to give me 28, 30 points, 8 assists. You got to give me that. 2 steals, hopefully. You got to give me that, big guy. I mean, Chef Curry, come on. Let's chop it up. Let's get that curry salad. Let's get that curry chicken. Give me something, baby. Give me something. Klay Thompson, you've had a good series for most of the series. But the one thing I just find you being reckless with, what's up with these defensive fouls? You fouling for no reason, taking yourself out of the flow of the game, especially when you are hot. You can't be that reckless, bro. Stop taking stupid fouls. Pick your spots, all right? Have a good series. This game, you got to start out hot, too. Because honestly, I believe this game is going to be a blowout if both the Splash Brothers have a good game. They can't compete with you if you both have a good game at the exact same time. So, Klay Thompson, I'm going to need 18 to 20 from you. You got to have that if you want to win this game. David Lee, welcome back to the NBA. You had a good game in Game 5 and parts of Game 4. We need you to step up, especially in the paint, because you guys have been dominated for most of the series in the paint. Bogut, I know I guess it's too late in this stage of your career to get to ask for 20 points, or 15 points, excuse me, not 20 points. What am I thinking? But continue to be good against the boards. Block shots you've been key at. But we need you better in rebounds. We need you to get better. Tristan Thompson cannot just have a highlight reel of getting boards. Can't have it. Draymond Green, dude, where have you been this series? Now, I know you're not an offensive juggernaut, but you're tricking layups, bro. On fast break, you're missing layups. You can't have you're better than that. You can't have that in the NBA Finals, big guy. Come on now. Take off your tearaways, stretch your hammies, and let's go to work. You got to have a good series this game. You have to, I mean, not a good game. You have to have a good game today if you want to win. Andre Iguodala, do what you do, baby. Keep doing what you're doing. You've had a great series, but you got to continue that for Game 5. Do what you do against LeBron James. I know you're gonna get busted for probably like 28 points, but whatever. As long as you can make him work for it, that's a success for you. And if we can get 15 to 18 out of you, hey, that's strictly gratis. I'll take it. Now, my true X factor, which I elaborated in Game 4, my Game 4 video. I believe you have to rotate a lot more Shaun Livingston. He is your key. If you can get him going and not have Stephen Curry bring up the ball all the time, because you can't have your primary scorer be your primary ball handler. They gotten away with it. The Golden State Warriors have gotten away with it because the team has been so dynamic. But when your team is struggling, like the Golden State Warriors have in the first half of the game, use another guy. Free up Stephen Curry. Let him play the 2. Let him run off those screens and get open looks. Let him get in the zone. And Shaun Livingston allows you to have that flexibility. Him being 6'7", 6'8", has a clear advantage over Iman Shumpert and Dellavedova, who are both Shumpert is like 6'5", 6'6", and Dellavedova is 6'3", 6'4". So when you have that kind of height advantage, that's a mismatch. And I've always said, when it comes to basketball, part of being great is predicated on you being tall. Use your height. That's a clear advantage. You can post Dellavedova up. Make him work harder. That's the keys, because if you can exploit their lack of depth, speaking of the Cavs, you have this series, especially if you start out hot. So, those are my keys to the game for both the Cavaliers and the Golden State Warriors. With that all said, it's time for me to pick them. And as much as I want to say the Warriors are going to win this game, 2 days of rest does make a difference. And I'm hoping, I'm putting a lot of hope in you, J.R. Smith. A lot of hope. So I'm going to say the Cavaliers win this game. I don't feel confident in my prediction, but the Cavaliers will win this game. And it's gonna go 6 or 7. Or actually, it has to go 7 now. Warriors still win the series, but the Cavaliers make it interesting with this win tonight. Thank you for watching my video. As always, feel free to leave comments and or suggestions. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Let It Rip Sports Show. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, Eldridge Bell II. Thanks again for watching.